Over in our Winter National Milking Shorthorn show, Judge LaFatte has completed his placing in our Milking Yearling class. Winning the class is entry number 1, Cada Pop FP Adele, exhibited by Lexi Scott of West Union, Ohio. Judge LaFatte, your thoughts on our Milking Yearling?
Well, it's good to be back in the state of Kentucky judging cows. I was telling the ladies over there, it's been 20 years since I was a junior showing in this show, so time flies when you're having fun. But starting this show off today, we've got the one milking yearling. I wish she had a little competition, but you really admire the hard top, the way this cow moves about the ring, it's snugly attached udder. I did tell the young lady maybe like to see a little more quality, a little more seam about that rear udder, but an excellent individual to get the show started here today. Congratulations.
Congratulations again to entry number 1, Cada Pop FP Adele, exhibited by Lexi Scott of West Union, Ohio, winning our Milking Yearling class. Now entering the ring in our Winter National Milking Shorthorn Junior Show is our Summer 2-year-old cow class. And over in our Red and White Junior Show ring, Judge Seamers has completed his deliberations in our junior division of showmanship. He's pulled some kids out and sorted them through, and when he's finished talking to our members here, we'll hear his thoughts on our winners in our junior division of showmanship. Congratulations to our winners in our junior division of showmanship in our Red and White Junior Show. Winning the class is entry number 78, Gilvana Cinto of Burbank, New York. Second to Brianna Good of Liberty, Kentucky. And third to Jared Perio of Aguida, New Mexico. Congratulations. Now we bring in our intermediate division of showmanship in the Red and White Show. At this time, we'd like to introduce our judge for our Winter National Milking Shorthorn Junior Show. Placing our cow classes here this evening is Rob LaFollette. Rob lives in Charleston, Indiana with his wife and 2 children. He grew up showing milking shorthorns and currently owns and shows milking shorthorns and Holsteins. He judged the 2025 Kentucky State Fair Open Milking Shorthorn Show, the Indiana State Fair 4-H show multiple times, and has judged numerous 4-H and open shows in Indiana. Welcome, Rob. We're glad you're here this evening to place the cow classes in our Winter National Milking Shorthorn Junior Show. Judge LaFollette has completed his placing in our summer 2-year-old class. Second in the class is entry number 5, Halpin's Let 'em Rip Delight, exhibited by Owen Halpin of Buckingham, Illinois. Winning the class is entry number 3, Button Bay Ride Still Dray, exhibited by Carolyn Allen of Vergennes, Vermont. Congratulations. Rob, your thoughts on our summer 2-year-olds?
Well, this is a really nice class, summer junior 2-year-olds, three really nice cows with nice udders. It's really close for me today with this top two pair. I'd like to pick each of them apart a little bit. For me today, I'm going to go with the cow. She's not the biggest cow in the class, but she's a little cleaner over her shoulder, cleaner especially over her hooks and her pins and down through her thigh than the big frame cow we have here in first. But for me today, it's a quality udder, length of the fore udder, and her teat size, shape, and placement over this big, massive frame cow that we have here in second. That's not taking anything away from this second place cow. You admire that uphill run. You admire her strength and depth, the way she moves about the ring, but just lacks the overall cleanliness and quality udder to get over the roan cow to start the class. Second over third, it is that overall power and strength. It's that width through that front end, width back through her both hooks and her pins, and the way she moves about the ring. Then this really nice cow we have coming out here in third. Nice class here today, and congratulations.
Congratulations to the winner of our summer 2-year-old class. Entry number 3, Button Bay Cyride Still Drag, exhibited by Carolyn Allen of Virgins, Vermont. Second in the class, entry number 5, Halpin's Let 'em Rip Delight, exhibited by Colt Nolan Halpin of Buckingham, Illinois. And third in the class, entry number 2, Never Idle Jasmine Second, exhibited by Levi Hulsman of Germantown, Illinois. Now entering the ring in our Milking Shorthorn show is our junior 2-year-old class. Attention Shorthorn exhibitors. Our junior 2-year-olds are in the ring. We need those senior 2-year-olds at ringside. Milking Shorthorn show exhibitors, we need your senior 2-year-olds at ringside. Red and White show exhibitors, we have our intermediate division of showmanship in the ring. Our final class of the day for our Red and White show will be our senior division of showmanship. If you're a senior showmanship participant, you should also be at ringside. Attention Milk and Shorthorn Show exhibitors. Judge is making his final lineup in our junior 2-year-old class. If you have a senior 2-year-old to exhibit, she should be at ringside. Shorthorn exhibitors, if you have a senior 2-year-old to exhibit, that class will be coming in the ring. In our Milking Shorthorn show ring, Judge LaFaud has completed his placing in our junior 2-year-old class. Second in the class goes to entry number 9, Lazy M. Lucky to Bender, exhibited by Mason Gudex of Sullivan, Wisconsin. And winning the class is entry number 8, Uncle's Cyride Bellini, exhibited by Nicholas and Alyssa Rao of New Vineyard, Maine. Congratulations. Rob, your thoughts on our junior 2-year-olds?
Another nice class of cows here. I'm starting off a cow. She's just a little more balanced. She's harder across the top, moves across the ring a little nice on her feet and legs, and really appreciate the snugness of her forerudder attachment and the quality of her forerudder and her teat size and shape over this big, powerful cow we have coming out here in second. I do grant the second place cow's a little cleaner, and when you view them from behind, she's got a higher and wider rear udder attachment. Just like to snug up that forudder attachment, level up those hooks of the pins to get over the little cow we're starting the class with. But it is that overall strength, especially that height and width of her rear udder to place over this cow here in third. Told the young man here in third I appreciate the daringness and hard top on his cow. I'd just like to snug up those udder attachments, level her up on her udder floor a little nicer to get any higher in the class today. Congratulations.
Congratulations to the winner of our junior 2-year-old class, entry number 8, Uncle's Cyride Bellini, exhibit by Nicholas and Alyssa Rowe of New Vineyard, Maine. Second in the class is entry number 9, Lazy M. Lucky to Bender, exhibited by Mason Gudex of Sullivan, Wisconsin. And third in the class, entry number 7, Kandari Patriot Posey, exhibited by Will Hackman of Brownstown, Indiana. Now entering the ring in our Milking Shorthorn show is our senior 2-year-old class. Over in our Mideast Fall Red and White Junior show, Judge Seamers has evaluated his intermediate division of showmanship. Jordan, your thoughts on these show people and your selection of your winner of your intermediate group? Congratulations to the winner of our intermediate division of showmanship in our red and white show, Emily Melgren of Sombra Falls, Minnesota. Second in the class to Colby Osborne, and third to Tenley Ferris. Congratulations. Now in our red and white show ring, we'll move into our final division of showmanship with our senior division, our oldest kids out there. We'll bring that class into the ring, and Judge Seamers will place his final class of the day. And over in our red and white show ring, Judge Seamers has assessed his senior showman at this time, and I think he's going to wrap up his final class of the day. Jordan, your thoughts on our most experienced bunch of showmen out there? Congratulations to the winners of our Senior Division Showmanship and our Red and White Junior Show, our final class of the day. Our winner was Lydia Caverman of South Charleston, Ohio. Second in the class goes to Colton Huffman, Summershade, Kentucky. And third, congratulations to Jason Perio of Aguida, New Mexico. Congratulations. And that wraps up our Red and White Show. If you turn your attention over to our Winter National Milking Shorthorn Junior Show, Judge LaFollette has completed his placing in our senior 2-year-old class. Second in the class, entry number 9,000, Old Bankston J.C. Lipsmack, exhibited by Sage Dornan of Chandler, Oklahoma. And winning the class is entry number 17, Krause's Money Velma, exhibited by Colton Owen Halpin of Buckingham, Illinois. Congratulations. Judge LaFollette, your thoughts on our senior 2-year-old class?
Yeah, another nice class of senior 2-year-olds here, and nice cows all the way down the line. For me, we've got a handy winner, though. It's a cow, when she gets out on the move, she's got that uphill walk. She's hard across her top line, walks on an excellent set of feet and legs, and she's the best uddered cow in the class. You really like how that fore udder blends in and with the height quality about her rear udder. For me, the biggest challenge of the day is between the second and third place cows. I'm going to give the second place cow the advantage today. She's had 2 calves. She's fresh, a little over a month here. I'd really just prefer the way she moves about the ring. She's harder across her top line, more level from her hooks to her pins. Like the blending of her fore udder a little nicer than this really clean cut dairy cow that we have coming out here in third. Told the young lady with the third place cow's just a little soft in her loin today, and when she's out on the move, she really lets those pins get away from her, popping up a little higher than we like. That takes nothing away from the quality udder she has over the fourth place cow. The third place cow, you prefer the width and the height of the rear udder, teat size and shape over the fourth place cow. And fourth over fifth, it's just her overall balance, the way she moves about the ring, longness, length of body, depth of both fore and rear rib over the fifth place cow. But another really good class of senior 2-year-olds here.
Congratulations to the winner of our senior 2-year-old class, entry number 17, Krause's Money Velma, exhibited by Owen and Colt Halpin of Buckingham, Illinois. Second in the class, entry number 9,000, Old Bankston J.C. Lipsmack, exhibited by Sage Dornan of Chandler, Oklahoma. Third in the class, entry number 18, Hankasine Wildside Refined, exhibited by Peyton Toe and Will Hackman of Scottsville, Kentucky. Fourth, entry number 16, Halpin's Winston Attic, exhibited by Lila Wantlin of Nanangua, Missouri. Fifth in the class, entry number 11, Aragorn Barnstomper, exhibited by Lucille Day of Bolivar, Missouri. Sixth to entry number 15, Morlog Miser Cassie, exhibited by Elise Mercer of Bryant, Indiana. Seventh to entry number 20, Arway Patron Alicia 25, exhibited by Kate Olmedo of Brooklyn, Wisconsin. And eighth in the class, to entry number 19, Milk and Dud Supreme TT, exhibited by Bella Murphy of Daleville, Indiana. Now in the ring, in our Milking Shorthorn Junior Show, is our junior 3-year-old class. Attention Milk and Shorthorn exhibitors, judges making his final lineup here in our junior 3-year-old class. Your senior 3-year-olds should be at ringside, and then we'll also be selecting our intermediate champions. So we need those cows that were first or second here this evening back in the ring. In our Milking Shorthorn Junior Show ring, Judge LaFaudet's completed his placing in our junior 3-year-old class. Second in the class is entry number 24, Kronk Comanche Taylin, exhibited by Caitlin Lamb of Elkhart, Indiana. And winning the class is entry number 21, Halpin's Gravity Sunshine, exhibited by Colton and Owen Halpin of Halpin Farms, Buckingham, Illinois. Congratulations. Rob, your thoughts on our junior 3-year-old class?
Yeah, another handy winner here. 4 quality cows. For me today, she's a pretty easy winner. I mean, just a lot of strength, a lot of style about this cow. She's hard top. She moves across the ring very gracefully and wears the best udder in the class today. For me, where it gets a little closer is between second and third. Today, I'm going to give the advantage to the cow. It's moving, had a little more time fresh, moving across the ring a little nicer. I really prefer her levelness from her hooks to her pins. Quality of her fore udder and quality and seam of her rear udder over this big cow we have coming out here in third. Cow in third, she's just fresh, not quite as long here, about a month. Just like to give her a little more time, give her a little more quality about her udder. I do give her advantage. She's wider in the rear udder than second place cow. But lacks the overall quality and really spring and arch about her barrel to get above the second cow today. But it is that overall width and size and strength that puts her over the fourth place cow here. The fourth place cow, she's at a disadvantage. She's only had 1 calf compared to the other 3 that have had 2. But really nice class junior 3-year-old cows here today.
Congratulations again to our winner of our junior 3-year-old class, entry number 21, Halpin's Gravity Sunshine, exhibited by Owen and Colton Halpin, Buckingham, Illinois. Second in the class, entry number 24, Kronk Comanche Taylin, exhibited by Caitlin Lamb of Elkhart, Indiana. Third in the class, entry number 22, BDF PV Rockstar Make or Break, exhibited by Sutton Paulson of Arlington, Wisconsin. And fourth in the class, entry number 25, Cold Springs Showtime Laney, exhibited by Colin Wright of Daleville, Indiana. Now in the ring is our senior 3-year-old class. Milking Shorthorn exhibitors, we need those cows that were first or second here this evening to compete for intermediate champion. We need those cows at ringside. Over in our Milking Shorthorn Junior Show ring, Judge LaFalle has completed his placing in our senior 3-year-old class. Second in the class, entry number 32, Easterbrook Bombay Blake, exhibited by Mason Gudex of Sullivan, Wisconsin. And winning the class is entry number 29, Woodsy Dell Elran Chopper, exhibited by Blaine Warburton of Ulster, Pennsylvania. Congratulations. Rob, your thoughts on our senior 3-year-olds?
This class of senior 3-year-olds, we've got another easy winner here for me today. A cow that just screams ultra dairy. She's clean. You could cut a raindrop on her shoulder. She's level and balanced, and just that ultra flat bone type of a cow that's wearing a beautiful udder with chrome all over it and nicely attached as well. Take nothing away from this nice balanced cow that we've got coming out here in second. You like the width and height of her rear udder, and today I get major advantage in her balance of her rear udder over the roan cow that we have coming out here in third. A little closer placing for me today, third and fourth place cows, both cows that are light in their left rear quarter today. Today I'm going to give the advantage in the roan cow on her levelness from the hooks to her pins, the way her tail head sits between her pins a little nicer than the red cow. Prefer the way her forudder blends and the way she moves around about the ring over the ultra dairy red cow that we have coming out here in fourth. But really nice class of senior 3-year-old cows to wrap up our young cow show today.
Once again, congratulations to the winner of our senior 3-year-old class, entry number 29, Woodsy Dell Elran Chopper, exhibited by Blaine Warburton of Ulster, Pennsylvania. Second in the class, entry number 32, Easterbrook Bombay Blake, exhibited by Mason Gudex of Sullivan, Wisconsin. Third, entry number 31, Buckeye Noel Clancy Piston, exhibited by Mackenzie Top of Wapakoneta, Ohio. And fourth in the class, entry number 33, Colson Gianni Lady in Red, exhibited by Will Hackman of Brownstown, Indiana. Now entering the ring is our selection of intermediate champion female. We'd like to introduce those cows and their junior exhibitors that are competing for the title of Intermediate Champion of the 2025 Winter National Milking Shorthorn Junior Show. Our winning milking yearling is entry number 1, Cada Pop F.P. Adele, exhibited by Lexi Scott of West Union, Ohio. Winning our summer 2-year-old class is entry number 3, Button Bay Cyride Still Dree, exhibited by Carolyn Allen of Vergennes, Vermont. Second in that class is entry number 5, Halpin's Let 'em Rip Delight, exhibited by Colt and Owen Halpin of Buckingham, Illinois. Our junior 2-year-old class, our winning cow was entry number 8, Uncle's Cyride Bellini, exhibited by Nicholas and Alyssa Rowe of New Vineyard, Maine. Second in that class was entry number 9, Lazy M, Lucky to Bender, exhibited by Mason Gudex of Sullivan, Wisconsin. In our senior 2-year-old class, our winner was entry number 17, Krause's Money Velma, exhibited by Owen and Colt Halpin of Buckingham, Illinois. Second in that class to entry number 9000, Old Bankston J.C. Lipsmack, exhibited by Sage Dornan of Chandler, Oklahoma. In our junior 3-year-old class, our winner was entry number 21, Halpin's Gravity Sunshine, exhibited by Colt and Owen Halpin of Buckingham, Illinois. Second in the class, entry number 24, Kronk Comanche Taylin, exhibited by Caitlin Lamb of Elkhart, Indiana. In our senior 3-year-old class, our winner once again was entry number 29, Woodsy Dell Elran Chopper, exhibited by Blaine Warburton of Ulster, Pennsylvania. Second in the class, entry number 32, Easterbrook Bombay Blake, exhibited by Mason Gudex of Sullivan, Wisconsin. Congratulations to all of our junior exhibitors on a fine young cow show here this evening. in our Milking Shorthorn Junior Show ring. Judge LaFollette has pulled out his final four here in contention for intermediate champion of our International Milking Shorthorn Junior Show. Judge, when you're ready, your thoughts on these four cows and your selection of intermediate champion.
Well, thank you. Let's give these young exhibitors a nice round of applause for a heck of a young cow show. I tell you what, it's been a really, really good show so far, and the quality of the cattle and the udders has been excellent. So congratulations to these exhibitors. Not taking anything away from the cows that we pulled up to the rail here, but four cows that I pulled out here, I think they're the four best uddered cows of the young show. I think cows that are all move about the ring nicely. Maybe a little size and shape difference to them, but quality udders that move about the ring nicely and type of cows you love to have in the barn. So with that, I'm going to go out. I'm going to pick my intermediate, reserve, and honorable mention champions. And when I do, please give them a round of applause, and I'll give a little explanation once I'm done. Well, for me today, this senior 3-year-old, she's so dairy. She's so extreme in her lines, but even so being so clean and dairy, man, she's got plenty of width and strength about her too, and you got to admire her, and she wears an exceptional udder. So much quality, so much width, and well-attached udder. She's going to be your intermediate champion for me today. I tell you what, it gets a little closer for me. I'm going to go with the senior 2-year-old here. A cow that's just got a little more depth of chest, depth of both fore and rear rib, a little more front end, a little more motor than this nice udder grown cow that we have here, the Summer Junior 2. That takes nothing away from this Summer Junior 2-year-old cow. The more she's out here, the more I like her. I love that udder. Just a cow that needs a little more time, a little more maturity, get a little more oomph to her to run with the cows above her today. But really, really good show, and again, congratulations to the winners.
Congratulations to the intermediate champion of our Winter National Milking Shorthorn Junior Show. She's our winning senior 3-year-old, entry number 29, Woodsy Dell Elran Chopper, exhibited by Blaine Warburton of Ulster, Pennsylvania. Our reserve intermediate champion was entry number 17, our winning senior 2-year-old, Krause's Money Velma, exhibited by Owen and Colt Halpin of Buckingham, Illinois. And our honorable mention intermediate champion was our winning summer junior 2-year-old, entry number 3, Button Bay Cy Ride Still Dray, exhibited by Carolyn Allen of Vergennes, Vermont. Congratulations. Following some photos here in our Milking Shorthorn show, we'll be moving into our 4-year-old class. In our Milking Shorthorn Junior Show ring, Judge LaFollette's completed his placing in our 4-year-old cow class. Second in the class is entry number 36, Benter Tatum Taste, exhibited by Will Hackman of Brownstown, Indiana. And winning the class is entry number 40, Halpin's Trip Crown Roulette, exhibited by Owen Halpin of Buckingham, Illinois. Congratulations. Judge, your thoughts on our 4-year-old class?
Well, we've reached the old cow classes, but the quality hasn't changed. And with that being said, we've got a powerhouse to start the class. A cow is so balanced, so right in her line. She's got the width through that chest floor. It carries that width back through her hooks and her pins, and what an udder. Snugly attached udder, high, wide rear udder, quality all over, with a nice seam about her. Just a really handy cow to win the class here today. It's not taking anything away from this roan cow we've got coming out here in second. You love that cleanness. You love that openness and depth of both fore rear rib, and she and herself wears a nice udder, and it is the bloom in her udder, especially the width and height above her rear udder, and her openness to her rib structure to place her over this long-bodied red cow that we had got coming out here in third. Third over fourth, it's in the way, it's her overall cleanliness, the way she moves about the ring, preferred teat size and placement over the red and white cow that we've got coming out here in fourth. Fourth over fifth, appreciate the blending over fore udder and overall width through the chest floor and back through her hooks and her pins over this ultra clean cow that we've got coming out here in fifth. Really nice class of 4-year-old cows to get the old cow classes started. Congratulations.
Congratulations to the winner of our 4-year-old class. Entry number 40, Halpin's Trip Crown Roulette, exhibited by Owen Halpin of Buckingham, Illinois. Second in the class, entry number 36, Benter Tatum Taste, exhibited by Will Hackman of Brownstown, Indiana. Third, entry number 37, Mill Creek Money Lovable, exhibited by Emily Good of Liberty, Kentucky. Fourth in the class, entry number 41, Blue Rock TH Ricochet Roadie, exhibited by Bella Murphy of Daleville, Indiana. And fifth in the class, entry number 38, GMC Bling Wendy, exhibited by Abigail Bennett of Woodstock, Connecticut. Now entering the ring is our 5-year-old class. Judge LaFollette has completed his placing in our 5-year-old cow class. Placing second in the class is entry number 43, Heavenly Zebra, exhibited by Peyton Toe of Scottsville, Kentucky. And winning the class is entry number 46, Lazy M. Jekyll Zella, exhibited by Britton Allen of Stitzer, Wisconsin. Congratulations. Rob, your thoughts on our 5-year-old class?
Yeah, close placing here in our 5-year-old class. For me today, I'm going to go with the cow. She's a little more cow. She's a little wider through that front end, carries that width back through her hooks and pins, a little deeper in both that fore and rear rib. And I prefer the seam in her rear udder and the quality and venation about her udder over the red and white cow here in second. Not taking anything away from this red and white cow. I told the young lady I prefer the length of fore udder over the cow that won the class. Red cow gets a freckle short in her fore udder attachment, but just too much power and strength and bloom about the rear udder to get around today. Nice class of 5-year-old cows.
Congratulations once again to our winner of the class, entry number 46, Lazy M. Jekyll Zella, exhibited by Britton Allen of Stitzer, Wisconsin. And second in the class was entry number 43, Heavenly Zebra, exhibited by Peyton Toe of Scottsville, Kentucky. Now entering the ring in our Milking Shorthorn Junior Show is our aged cow class. Judge LaFollette has completed his placing in our H-Cow class. Second in the class is entry number 50, Rosecrest Lucky Lady P, exhibited by Jimena Elizalde of Amherst Junction, Wisconsin. And winning the class is entry number 48, Heavenly Zora, exhibited by Dylan Freeman of Bremen, Indiana. Congratulations. Judge, your thoughts on our H-Cow class?
Well, the water's getting pretty deep, and I'm not a very good swimmer, but another very, very good class of cows. And with that being said, a whale of a cow to start the class. They don't have to be big, but they've got to be right, and she checks all the boxes. She's so balanced. She's 7 years old, 6 calves, snugly attached udder, depth and openness, and walks on a great set of feet and legs. Just a really, really cool cow to start the class. Second and third gets a little closer to me. I'm going to go with this red cowboy. She's giving that young man fits. Prefer the attachments of her forerudder, her overall depth and openness of both fore and rear rib over this white cow that we've got coming out here in third. I had to laugh. 4 of the cows had 6 calves, and I asked them, well, did everybody talk about this before and have 6 calves? And the young lady with the white cow said, well, mine had 10. She's 13-year-old. She's 10 calves and walks on a really nice set of feet and legs with a snugly attached udder for a cow that's calved that many times. And I give her advantage of balance over rear udder and height and width about her rear udder and the way she moves about the ring over the big red cow that we have coming out here in fourth. I do grant I like the strength and width of the 4th place cow up through her front end. Just lacks the overall balance and ease of movement to get any higher in the class. It gets pretty close between 4th and 5th for me today. The 4th place cow, I'm going to give her advantage in the way her forerudder blends in teat, size, and shape over the big red and white cow that we have coming out here in 5th. Overall, a really, really nice class of age cows.
Congratulations again to the winning cow from our H-Cow class, entry number 48, Heavenly Zora, exhibited by Dylan Freeman of Bremen, Indiana. Second in that class was entry number 50, Rosecrest Lucky Lady P, exhibited by Jimena Elizalde of Amherst Junction, Wisconsin. Third in the class, entry number 52, Rocking WS Bruno's Margaret, exhibited by McKenna Wright of Perkins, Oklahoma. Fourth in the class, entry number 49, Twilight CT Oh Look at Me, exhibited by Mackenzie Top, Wapakoneta, Ohio. Fifth in the class, entry number 51, G2B Shazam Sparkles, exhibited by Abigail Bennett of Woodstock, Connecticut. Now entering the ring are those cows competing for senior champion of our show. In the 4-year-old class, our winner was entry number 40, Halpin's Trip Crown Roulette, exhibited by Owen Halpin of Buckingham, Illinois. Second in the class, entry number 36, Benter Tatum Taste, exhibited by Will Hackman of Brownstown, Indiana. From our 5-year-old class, our winner was entry number 46, Lazy M. Jekyll Zella, exhibited by Britton Allen of Stitzer, Wisconsin. Second in the class, entry number 43, Heavenly Zebra, exhibited by Peyton Toe of Scottsville, Kentucky. And in our H-Cow class, once again, our winner was entry number 48, Heavenly Zora, exhibited by Dylan Freeman of Bremen, Indiana. Second in the class, entry number 50, Rosecrest Lucky Lady P, exhibited by Jimena Elizalde of Amherst Junction, Wisconsin. These are the cows competing for senior champion of our show. Judge LaFollette's got his 3 cows pulled out here for selection of senior champion of our show. Judge, your thoughts?
If you like the young cow show, you got to love what we've got going on here in the old cow show. Let's give all these exhibitors one heck of a round of applause here. Yeah, we picked out our first place 4-year-old, our first place 5-year-old, and our first place age cow. I'm going to go out and I'm going to select our senior champion, our reserve, and honorable mention in that order. And once I do, please give them a round of applause, and I'll come back and explain why I did what I did once we get done. Three really cool cows here out for your senior champion. But for me, it's a cow that I said it in class. She's not the biggest, but not really a hole in her. She's so hard across her top line. She moves so gracefully about the ring. Depth, openness of both fore and rear rib, and what an udder. For me today, it is her overall cleanliness, especially her cleanliness down through her hock, at width and height about her rear udder that takes us over our first place 4-year-old cow. At first place 4-year-old cow, that's an exceptional udder in her own right. Maybe doesn't move across the ring quite as nice as our age cow, and carrying a little extra condition today. But what an udder and what a frame. And then it gets a little closer here for honorable mention. I'm giving the advantage to 4-year-old and udder, especially the length of a fore udder, width and height about our rear udder. I will say that our honorable mention is a little cleaner cow today, but lacks the overall size scale and attachment of our udders to get any higher. So 3 really, really cool cows. Congratulations.
Congratulations to our senior champion of our Winter National Milking Shorthorn Junior Show. She's our winning age cow, entry number 48, Heavenly Zora, exhibited by Dylan Freeman of Bremen, Indiana. Our reserve senior champion is our winning 4-year-old cow, entry number 40, Halpin's Trip Crown Roulette, exhibited by Owen Halpin of Buckingham, Illinois. And our honorable mention senior champion was our winning 5-year-old, entry number 46, Lazy M. Jekyll Zella, exhibited by Britton Allen of Stitzer, Wisconsin. Congratulations. We'd also like to congratulate our reserve senior champion, our first place 4-year-old. She's going to be our champion bred and owned of the show, entry number 40, Halpin's Trip Crown Roulette, exhibited by Owen and Colt Halpin of Buckingham, Illinois. Congratulations. This time we'll bring our intermediate champions back in to join our senior champions for a selection of grand champion of our show. Our intermediate champion was our winning senior 3-year-old, entry number 29, Woodsy Dell Elran Chopper, exhibited by Blaine Warburton of Ulster, Pennsylvania. Our reserve intermediate champion was our winning senior 2-year-old, entry number 17, Krause's Money Velma, exhibited by Owen Halpin of Buckingham, Illinois. And once again, they join our senior champions. Senior champion was our winning age cow, Heavenly Zora, exhibited by Dylan Freeman of Bremen, Indiana. And our reserve senior champion, our winning 4-year-old, Halpin's Trip Crown Roulette, exhibited by Owen Halpin of Buckingham, Illinois. These are our 4 cows competing for grand champion of our show. And here's Judge LaFollette approaching the microphone with his selection and his thoughts on our cows and his selection for grand champion of our 2025 Winter National Milking Shorthorn Junior Show. Judge?
Well, we've done it before and we're going to do it again. Give all the exhibitors that have come out today a big round of applause. When I accepted the job to come here and place the cows today, boy, I didn't think there'd be the quality of cows that we saw all the way up and down the line, and especially these 4 that we have out here for Grand Champion. It's just really, really fun, a really, really cool show to be able to line this type of animals up. So, you know, we'll talk a little bit more tomorrow, but everybody involved, junior members here, man, you know what it takes. No younger junior members out here, but all the junior members, make sure you thank the parents, the grandparents, the aunts, the uncles, the friends that are as close as family to help get us here, because it takes everybody to be able to come out and get this done. And people back home taking care of animals, we've all heard it, we all know it, but your reserve and honorable mention in that order, and I'll come back and talk about it once I get done. For me today, there's no denying these old cows. We've talked about our grand cow enough, and I think it gets a little closer for a reserve and honorable mention. I think it's apparent, you know, our intermediate champion, a lot cleaner, more dairy cow like our grand cow. But for me today, you can't take away this 4-year-old cow. She's obviously had another calf than our intermediate champion, but I really prefer the shape and the height of her rear udder, especially width of the top of the rear udder, and the way she moves about the ring over the ultra dairy intermediate champion, a cow that gets a little more size and mass to her with another calf, be a really cool cow and give these other cows a running. But excellent show, congratulations, and we'll see you all in the morning with the heifers.
Congratulations. One more time to our winning age cow, our senior champion, and now our grand champion, entry number 48, Heavenly Zora, exhibited by Dylan Freeman of Bremen, Indiana. Our reserve senior champion, who's our winning 4-year-old, will be our reserve grand champion, Halpin's Trip Crown Roulette, exhibited by Owen Halpin of Buckingham, Illinois. And our honorable mention grand champion will be our intermediate champion, our winning senior 3-year-old, Woodsy Dell Elleran Chopper, exhibited by Blaine Warburton of Ulster, Pennsylvania. Congratulations. We'll see you all tomorrow morning. We'll conclude our Milking Shorthorn show with our heifer classes.